Hello guys, Solitaire Gaming here, back from our part of Killer Queen. Let's get started. Nagisa agreed as she ran a hand through her own disheveled hair. The problem is that we don't know where the non-combat area is. Suichi scratched his head.
とりあえず探してみましょう。見つからないなら隠れられそうないい場所を見つけた時点でそこに隠れればいいと思います。
Sakumi's plan was sensible. Yeah, that makes sense. Suichi and Nagisa had no objections.
よーし、じゃあ出発。
Nagisa cheerfully stood up with Suichi following suit.
みつるぎさん。
Yeah.
絶対みつるぎさんの首を外す方法見つけましょうね。
There's gonna be no way. Still sitting down, Sakumi looked at Soichi's tired face. Yeah, we'll try, but for now we need to find the safest place to rest. We can worry about that later. Soichi then offered his hand to Sakumi.
はい。
Sakumi gave a resolute nod, then took Suichi's hand and stood up. Moving around was much more difficult than three of them had anticipated. Walking around while looking for traps at the same time really took up a lot of time in the process, meaning they were lagging farther behind than they were that morning. This is a lot tougher than we thought, huh?
そうですね。
The people who set all this up must really enjoy screwing with our heads. Unsurprisingly, they're starting to get fed up with it. Their biggest problem was the frequency of the traps. Again, there weren't too many of them, but when they occurred, they were powerful. The two they witnessed before were probably unforgiving. Also, given that there were so few traps, it's possible that the other players might not even be aware of their existence. Thanks to that, it meant only the ones who knew about the traps would be traveling at a snail pace. It's likely that Reika and Nagasawa are wandering around the building right now, totally unaware of the danger they could be in. What's worse was that their only concentration was severely impaired due to the effort extended looking for traps that were sparsely present to begin with. No wonder they were getting frustrated. Furthermore, taking a long needed break was out of the question due to the extra time they needed to make up for the lost time they spent looking for the traps. The silver lining to all this was that they hadn't found any so far.
ここ休めそうです。
Sakumi and Nagisa, who had been peeking into a room, looked over at Soichi. Alright then. Soichi was keeping an eye on their surroundings, quickly rushed into the door the girls had opened. Click. He carefully closed the door so as not to make any noise. Soichi took a deep breath. He then leaned his back against the wall and sat down.
ご苦労様、宗一くん。大丈夫ですか?
Sakumi sat down next to him and took a handkerchief out, a worried look on her face. She then wiped some sweat from his forehead. I'm fine, Sakumi-san. You shouldn't get your handkerchief dirty. Soichi took in some more deep breaths over and over again, fatigue spreading throughout his whole body. He hadn't had a single moment to rest since he exchanged information with others earlier. At this moment, he made a strong effort to keep alert of any danger coming from the other side of the door in spite of his need for the rest.
みつるぎさん、そんなに気を張ってくれなくても私たちは大丈夫です。そうよ、宗一くん。そんなことじゃ3日間持たないわよ。
Soichi smiled at the two concerned girls. I'm fine, I can rest once we get to the non-combat area. That's right. Once we're in the non-combat area, we can rest for a while. I'll be able to let them take a break and finish this without conflict. Thinking like this let him pull himself through. So I'm gonna be on my toes to brace myself a bit longer. As your knight in shining armor, this is my duty, your highness. Suichi smiled as he made that joke, then closed his eyes, allowing his strength to slip away. It should be alright as long as they were listening out for anyone coming from outside. As long as they stay awake, Suichi could get some much needed relaxation. After Suichi closed his eyes, Sakumi surveyed the room to see if she could find anything else useful. The room was like a warehouse with numerous various sized cardboard boxes all around it. Most of the boxes were in poor condition and some were damaged to the point where you could see the contents inside. When Sakumi looked in them, she found old tableware and various sundries, but nothing really useful, save perhaps a kitchen knife.
あれ
At that moment, she noticed a strange, brand new cardboard box amongst all the old ones.
これ渚さんちょっとはーい
Nagisa, who had been opening cardboard boxes in a different spot, walked over to Sakumi.
この段ボール引っ張り出したいんです。なんか怪しいでしょ。あー、これだけ新しいですもんね。
Nagisa nodded to herself.
じゃあこの段ボールから。はいはい。
They reached out for the cardboard box in front of them.
みつるぎさん、みつるぎさん。
When Suichi opened his eyes, he saw Sakumi sitting in front of them.
これ見てください。
Sakumi's eyes lit up. She then pointed at the cardboard box next to her.
なんだか使えそうなものがいっぱいありました。
Scratch, scratch. When he looked towards the source of that sound, he saw Nagisa opening some sort of box. A bag.
今すぐ食べれるのはこれぐらいですけど。
She then took a biscuit-like object out of it.
はい、どうぞ。
She placed some of them in Suichi's palm. Are these those so-called hardtacks? He popped one in his mouth. He chewed it up and swallowed it. Now that I thought about it, Suichi realized he hadn't eaten today. The instant he thought that, he felt hungry.
他にも食料とか水とか背負い袋とかも入ってました。あと大きなナイフ。ねえねえ、宗一くん。
Yeah? Nagisa tugged Suichi's sleeve as she chewed loudly on the hardtack.
これなんだろう。2つ入ってたんだけど。
Two small square objects were in Nagisa's hands. They were small boxes made of plastic. What's these?
段ボールの底の方にあったのよ。缶の隙間に挟まってたの。
Suichi held one of them to inspect it closer, with Sakumi following suit. A small connector protruded from the small box. Tiny English letters were engraved on the surface. Tool, player, counter. Suichi stood there for a few seconds, trying to translate the English words to Japanese in his mind, then process its meaning. Then a moment later it hit him. Aha! Suichi quickly put his hand in his pocket and whipped out his PDA. I'm sure it was around here. He turned the PDA around in his hands. Suichi had remembered correctly, there was a connector of nearly the same size on the PDA, meaning that in theory the small box connector should fit into the PDA's connection port. Will this really work? Suichi timidly plugged the box in. PDA screen will now display a new message. Please do not take the connector until the installation had completed. This appears to be a PDA software cartridges. Suichi showed Nagisa the screen.
わー、さすが男の子だね。私ちっともわからなかった。
Nagisa smiled widely.
それはどんなものなんですか？
Sakumi looked at Suichi's palm with great interest. Give me a second, we'll know soon enough. Installation complete. Please remove external storage unit from the connector. Guess I can take it out now. Suichi removed the small cartridges from the PDA. When he did, the PDA immediately returned to the default home screen.
宗一くん、その箱を貸して。
Sure. Nagisa asked for the box with a smile. Suichi put it in her hands, then looked back at his own screen. Well, what do you have here? There was a subtle change at the top of the display. Up until now, only two icons have been on it. The one that brought up the functions menu and the countdown. That is how much time had passed since the start of the game and how much time remained. But now there's additional information being displayed. Survivors 11.
どうですか？
I don't really get it, but an entry for survivors has been added. It's currently reading 11.
それ、もしかして。
Suichi also understood. It's probably the number of people currently being held here. Suichi still looked confused just then. Nagisa shouted, "What's wrong?"
しかダメなんだって。
Nagisa had plugged the player counter cartridges into her PDA, but judging from her reaction, it hadn't worked out. Nagisa was probably right. It seemed that it could only be installed once on only one PDA.
こっちは何でしょう。
The other cartridge laid in Sakumi's hand.
ツールマップエンハンスって書いてあります。地図強化。
It improves the map. Suichi folds his arm. Sakumi-san, do you want to try plugging it into your PDA? Sakumi thought for a bit, then slowly shook her head.
こういうものは男の人の方が得意だと思うので、三剣さんお願いします。
Gotcha. Suichi then plugged the cartridge into his PDA. The installment finished quickly. Suichi then removed the cartridge. Oh, there's this odd symbol. The star-shaped symbol was flashing near the Functions tab. Curious, Suichi tapped the icon. It brought up a list of the functions. In the function list, the same star symbol was at the tab that said map. Suichi then brought up the map. Well, what do you know? When he saw the map, Suichi couldn't hide his surprise.
どうなりました？
Now there's explanations for the map. Suichi looked at the map in more detail. Various information had been added to the map. The number of names of the room, the facilities in those rooms, etc. Incidentally, the rooms they were in was Warehouse 28, Material Storage.
見せてください。
Yeah, no problem. He held out his PDA so Sakumi could see clearly.
ああ、便利ですねこれ。あ、なんかこのボタンで説明消せるみたいです。
She happily tinkered with the PDA.
台所とかありませんか？せっかく材料があるのに、このままじゃ食べられません。
Nagisa complained with a miserable voice. Sakumi smiled and turned back to the PDA.
待ってくださいね。台所、給湯施設、トイレ、風呂、宿泊施設。この部屋はなんかいろいろあって便利ですね。あ、待って。この部屋戦闘禁止エリアってなってます。
Oh, it's safe. Sakumi's eyes lit up. Where is it? Suichi bent forward in anticipation.
ここからそんなに遠くありません。調べながらのペースでも15分もかからないと思います。
Then let's get moving.
はい。
The three of them, now with renewed vigor, made their way swiftly out of the small warehouse.
ここ？
Nagisa pointed to a door that was clearly different from all the others. Seems like it. Suichi glanced at his PDA to confirm, then nodded. A strange noise came from Sakumi as soon as she walked up to the door. What's wrong? When Suichi ran over, the same sound began to ring from his own PDA. You have arrived at a non-combat area. All combat is forbidden inside this area. The PDA screen displayed this message. Looks like we were right on the money. It says fighting is not allowed here. The sound began to ring from Nagisa once she reached the pair.
いい音だね、これ。
Nagisa seemed happy. Non-combat area was much neater than they thought it would be. It resembled the inside of a cottage. There was a large living room complete with a kitchen, dressing room, shower room, and even a full bedroom suite further inside. Despite the circumstances, it made them feel like they arrived at a camp or something. And this is where I'll be stopping off for today. Thanks for watching this part of Killer Queen. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please comment if you found anything interesting in the video.